Alright, I do believe we are all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check, and then we will get started tonight. So I'll just wait for my smartphone to catch up. And there it is. And there we go. Alright. And so, I'm sure a lot of you watching tonight are probably wondering how we got probably the worst luck when it came to the weather here at Mikedo's Amphitheater in Gridania. It's the Day of Love, and yet it's got heavy rain attached to it. But tonight, we are going to participate in the one and only special event that's all about the love. Tonight, we welcome back Valentine's Day to Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the best Valentine's Day events that probably is not only just for Valentine's Day, but probably for any special event ever, because I've been playing this particular event obsessively all day long, and you're gonna understand why, because it's just that much fun. And it looks like I will not be alone tonight because I've invited some friends to join me on this journey. And it looks like we'll be participating and they'll be photobombing Rika as they chill out with their parasols and whatnot. But tonight, I'm looking forward to sharing the wonder of the 2026 edition of Valentine's Day with all of you. So, with that in mind, hey there Luna, glad to have you with us here in the stream. And to everyone else that's just logging on, we're glad to have you with us as well. So, greetings people of the world. Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Live. So, let's go ahead and switch to our special screen for this edition of Valentine's Day. And I hope you're ready for something that's going to be absolutely awesome. Yeah, my friends are trying to get my attention, but we're ready to get started here. Yeah, this is Rayla and this is Hyperactive, and they are both regulars at Rika's RP Cafe here on this server. So if you're ever on Exodus on a Thursday or a Sunday, come say hello. We might be able to welcome you in and show you all the love that there is to share. So let's see what we can do for our friends here tonight. Yeah, show off the love heart emote that we got a couple of years ago to let them know that we're all here and on the air tonight. So we'll see if they're able to help me get the best possible outcome that will take place tonight. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and make our way over to Miss Astrid and Miss Emily here at Mikedo's Amphitheater in Gridania, as they're all set to go. And Emily, if we can show her off, yeah, Emily this evening is getting her dad look on, her old school dad look, wearing one of those sweaters that you would have seen a father wearing like 50 years ago. Probably something what Archie Bunker would have worn on All in the Family. Yeah, and it goes with the skirt too. So, why do you say we go ahead and get started here and speak with Astrid to take on the level 15 quest for Valentine's Day 2026, entitled The Icing on the Cake. Astrid's Valentine Day's plans have gone awry. Well, why is that? Hello, you two.
Oh, well met, friend. I am Astrid, emissary of Love and Ardor. Though the Valentine's Day celebrations are underway, I'm afraid that we are still preparing for the main event of the day.
Oh, sorry to hear that. But
why, if it isn't Rika, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, of course we gotta bring Rika out for Valentine's Day. And of course it's been a while since you've all seen her.
We're in dire need of assistance to see the festivities get underway, and an adventurer might be just what we're looking for. If it is not too much of an imposition, might I ask for your aid?
Yeah, you certainly can. Also, congrats there, Luna.
Oh, thank you! We've been hard at work getting everything ready for today. I even designed this fetching new outfit, and everything was perfectly in hand until we ran into a spot of bother.
Well, why is that?
Allow me to explain. To celebrate Valentine's Day, we were to serve rather generously sized cakes to be shared with one and all.
Well, that sounds cool.
However, operations ground to a halt at the last minute, leaving our plans and cakes half-baked. The emissaries dispatched to assess the situation should be returning presently with further details. Would you mind joining us at the amphitheater entrance to meet them?
Absolutely. So why don't we go on over and see who these people are? Yeah, we got a big crowd huddled here outside the gates of the amphitheater. Also, I realized I don't have my Warrior of Light on.
Oh, it's Bakery Bedlam in there, Kupo!
Yeah, it's our old friend from Valentine's Day's past, Kupka Cup, the Moogle with a heart palm instead of the old school palm that they usually have.
Those pesky mammoths should be creating confectionaries brimming with ardor and affection, but instead they insist on being a nuisance and an obstruction. It was all too much for us to handle alone. As I suspected, this may be best left to someone more skilled in the art of physical altercations.
Uh-oh.
I am sure you remember Kupka Cup, our Moogle emissary of love, messenger of ardor and affection to lovelorn souls de Malva. This year, once again, he has been kind enough to pitch in with the festivities.
Sadly not there, Luna. I had one more chance with a 10-wish roll earlier today and didn't get her.
How could I turn down a request for aid after hearing the plan for such lavish deliveries of love, Kupo? Many paths make like work, as they say, so I collared a fellow Mog and flew over post-haste to end our aid to the patissiers of House Valentone.
Oh, this gentleman on the left is one of them.
These deliveries of love are nothing less than the cakes in question. Valentine's Day is the time to foster affection for one another, and how better to do so than by sharing a sweet treat. When we shared our vision with Kupka Cup, we soon came to the realization that we would need a facility capable of baking confectionery of colossal proportions. As luck would have it, there was an old manor on the outskirts of the Twelfthwood, so House Valentone snapped it up and turned it into a grand patisserie. Everything was falling into place.
Don't tell me you guys went into Hawk Manor.
Until the bespoke mammoth patissiers commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild went on a rampage.
What? Mammoths? Yeah, there they are.
I would swear that they lost their minds had they had any to begin with. Why, the little fiends took us for common cake thieves, Kupo. They all but barred off the kitchen in their ceaseless frenzy.
Yeah, and trying to calm them down to no avail are Bert and Rodrigal, who were, of course, part of the Pick Your Poison of Valentine's Day a number of years ago in their iconic outfits.
Though we have a whistle to stop the mammoths in emergencies, they were upon us before my little lungs could fill with enough puff. I fear the situation may be beyond my power, Kupo. Even with the mammoths behaving so, we cannot recklessly destroy such custom clockwork pieces. Which means...
Yeah, obviously they had to pay a pretty penny for them. Yeah, no refunds?
Please, Rika, you are our only hope. Will you dodge the malfunctioning mammoths, decorate the cakes, and save Valentine's Day? For the sake of those eagerly awaiting the festival, I beg you!
Yeah, and something you don't often see on a representative of House Valentone. A scowl. It'll be a piece of cake, or if you insist. Could have also said if you wish, or as you wish, as they do in Princess Bride.
You two have no doubt have matters to attend to here, so allow me to accompany our brave adventure friend and provide what support I can, Kupo. Thank you. I'm sure that together you will soon have matters in hand.
Let's make it happen then. So yeah, seasonal event instances unlocked. This is something that Valentine's Day has not done in a very long time, is doing a special instance. So we now have access to the patisserie. To enter the patisserie, speak with the House Valentone Patissier in Miketo's Amphitheater or the Acorn Orchard. The patisserie is a light party instance for a party of 1 to 4 players. There are no class, job, or level requirements for participation. Parties that register for the instance with less than 4 members can choose to enter via their current party, or choose to fill their party automatically via the matching system. In addition, I also realized... There we go. That's better. So, yeah, let's go ahead, because Hiro and Rayla are with us. Go ahead and invite them into party. Was there someone else who wanted to join us? Yeah, I gotta scroll to the list because I did hear a tell go off. Alright. Well, looks like we have 3, and that's fine because we can pick a 4th before we go in. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. We'll go ahead and speak with the patisserie, and we'll get the information from him. Thank you for your assistance. Allow me to escort you to the patisserie when ready. Should you wish, I would be glad to offer my advice as the patissier ahead of your foray. So yeah, we will go do that first, so let's ask about the patisserie. How many people can enter it? What can I expect to find, or what can be done about the mammoths? So we've already been told about the whistles that they can be used to disable the mammoths temporarily. There are also, as mentioned, up to 4 people can enter, but what should we expect to find? Decorate as many cakes as possible while avoiding interference from the rampaging mammoths. Kupka Cup will take charge of recipe selection and direct your hand accordingly. It would seem that the mere sight of completed cakes drives the mammoths into a further frenzy, though they appear to return to a more docile state once all intruders have left the patisserie. Pray take care while you remain within. So carry the ingredients requested by Kupka Cup to the cake stands and artfully decorate as many giant cakes as possible within the time limit. Once a cake is complete, you will be able to start work on the next. Oh, not at all there, Luna. The more cakes that reach completion, the more frenzied mammoths will grow, causing them to move faster. So that's basically what you need to know about this, so let's go ahead and head to the patisserie as part of a match party. So we will go ahead and get a 4th person involved, and we'll head on over. So yeah, thankfully it's not Hawk Manor that we're going to, but this is what the patisserie looks like. And wow, does it look amazing. And here's some of the stuff that we can use to decorate the cakes. Now, we don't have to bake the cakes, we simply have to decorate them. All while dodging these crazed mammoths. And there's Kupka Cup ready to guide us in, so here's our crew, and someone else is also dressed in the Valentine's Day dress. Yeah. Oh no, that's a maid's dress. My mistake.
Thank you for agreeing to help to decorate the cakes, Kupo. It's a simple matter of carrying the ingredients from the shelves around the room to the central cake stands. The ingredients you need are no doubt twinkling with anticipation, Kupo. There is, of course, the matter of the mammoth patissiers. Should they spot you, use the whistle to temporarily disable them. First up, 1 heartberry cake, if you please. Ready, steady, decorate!
So yeah, every time you come here, he always asks for the heartberry cake first. And as mentioned, you gotta dodge all these mammoths, but let me show you how this goes. So from left to right, we start with frosting. Now you can carry any ingredient in any order that you want until you get to the maximum number of that particular item that's needed. So there's a layer of 1 layer of frosting. So we'll keep going from left to right. So let's go over now to fruits. This is shelves of delicacies, so they need Roland berries. So for this first round, you need 4 of everything. And unfortunately, if you get frozen like Rayla did by the mammoths, you suffer a 10-second penalty. And as you can see, it cuts a wide swath. Then we have cake toppers over here. This is at the far right of the map. And try and dodge the danger. Oh, no, I don't want to interact with you, at least not yet. Oh, I was about to say, did I not score? Thankfully I did. So yeah, also the whistles are on cooldown. You can use them as many as 3 times, but you still need to get them through cooldown. Poor Rayla. She's getting smoked out here. So we still need one more layer of the berry frosting, so let's go ahead and get that. Yeah, I'm showing you everything that there is to find. Oh, no. Nope. Nope, let's wait for that to go by. Alright, so that's the end of round 1. So, after the berry cake, everything else for the next 3 rounds is random. So next up will be a chocobo chocolate cake. And there are a total of 5 cakes that you have to decorate in total within a 10-minute time limit. Oh, well, try not to get blasted. Because that's very important. Go. Now, the mammoths will chase you for a set distance, but not all the way. They will not permanently be on your tail. But immobilizing them with a whistle, if you can, is a good idea. Yeah, try and make your life somewhat easier. So, in some instances, some cakes will require you to get 2 varieties of a certain type of ingredient. So in this case, they need both rollin' berries and sun lemons for this particular cake. Also, every time you come here as well, you won't always get the same list of cakes. Sometimes you'll get something completely different. And yeah, it's a long way to go. But it's gotta be done. Okay, that looks like that's the last cake topper that's gonna be used. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some lemon macaroons. So yeah, they need 2 types of the confections that are going onto the cakes. Oh, I'm gonna get nailed. Yep. To save everyone else, I had to get caught, but thankfully this round's over. But now, on to round 3, where the mammoths are going to pick up the pace. So he wants lemon cake now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that does not bode well. Yeah, we're just getting frozen out here. And it also becomes harder to hit them as well. So you gotta keep that in mind too. Gotta take you all the way over here. Oh, it's already been maxed out. Yeah, no frosting has been accumulated yet, so you better fix that. Since this is a lemon cake, we will naturally get lemon frosting. Yeah, let's see how many we can accumulate. That mammoth's thankfully facing the wall, so that's good for us. Yeah, one says nibbling will be punished. These mammoths are no mercy. I better get some of these toppers. Yeah, chocolate eggs for lemon cake for some silly reason. Gotta get one more round of Rollin' Berries though. Yeah, wait for that to go by. Oh, that's already been covered? Yep, okay, that's the end of round 3. Let's slow you down a little. And we'll slow you down, so another type of lemon cake. Okay, well, 2 lemon cakes for the price of 1 here in this round. Oh, that hurts. Revenge for my team! Yeah, that was rather unfortunate. Now we go, nope. Yeah, drop it! I'll get the last bowl of lemon. Well, look out. Hold it right there, sir. Yeah, better run to the sun lemons. Let's get it on. And we also need some chocolate cubes as well. Yeah, those have not yet been claimed. Yeah, protecting the cake. Oh, so they already got that full. Crap. Yeah, when they get it done for you and you don't even know it. Yeah, run on over as fast as you can. I'm gonna mobilize them in the meantime. Crap, I'm gonna get frozen out. So, now that that one's taken care of, the last round is anything goes. What? Anything goes! So, there are no restrictions on what you get, just as long as you get 4 of them on the cake. But given that you're in a mad scramble this late, it's gonna be pretty nuts. Yeah, we'll take Pistachio just to stay away from the massive mammoth craze going on. Slow down, you guys. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it here. I don't think we're gonna max out. Yeah, might have time for one more. Yeah, we're just not gonna make it in time. We'll have to be content with 4 out of 5. And so, there we go. 4 cakes is quite something. You have a knack for cake decorating, Kupo. And so we get excellence as our reward. So it's not maximum, but we will try again. Our guests will be most delighted. Let us return to the festivities post-haste. So for our reward, we got 131 Valentine's Day chocolates, which in reality is way more than you ever need. Because yeah, you can literally get everything that there is to get from the special rewards after doing that. Also, as far as Expedition 33, I've been doing okay with it so far, but getting the timing down is always a challenge. So I'll let them know we'll go again. Oh, yeah, don't need to do that. Oh, and Kupka Cup's in the way. Alright, let's try this again. So, let's do it. Oh, 2 sages this time around. Yeah, I've only been able to get 1 5 of 5 so far, but I'm having so much fun with this, like, I really couldn't care less if I completely screw up. Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge so far with Expedition 33, trying to time the dodging so that you're not getting your ass handed to you. No, I don't. Yeah, I'll let you know more about it afterwards. Alright, round 2. Alright, so as before, the Heartberry Cake is the starter. Then everything else after that, before the final cake, is random. Yeah, don't get too eager over there. Let's get that berry over. Yeah, I kind of put myself in that bad situation. Ah! About to be bombarded. Ah, I missed them both! But we'll keep going at it. So yeah, looks like I got the berry frosting well in hand. Yeah, all 3 times I've tried to roll for her, Luna, every time I've always gotten a duplicate of someone else. Alright, rolling berries, go. Gotta be careful, though. Ah, they escaped. You didn't, though. Just waiting on number 4, and there it is. Oh, I'm on cooldown. Alright, next. Choco Berry Cake. So, more berry frosting is needed this round. So let's go ahead and load up on that. Yeah, like seriously, this is seriously the most fun I've had in a special event in Final Fantasy XIV in a long time. I love this game. And I think it's because of the fact that we're doing, making cakes as a, reward for doing this. I think that's probably one of the reasons why this is so much fun. And it actually inspired me earlier tonight before coming on air to go to the grocery store, check out their bakery selection of cakes, and get something for myself for a cake. And I noticed the cake that is actually centered around probably the biggest fad of a confection right now these days, and that is the Lotus Biscoff cookie. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. But holy cow, that is the cake I got. I had a slice. Holy cow, was it a very, very rich cake. Like almost borderline cloying. Oh, we already got everything we need for theirs. Everything else we need is down at the far end. We gotta get toppers. Come on. Yeah, come on, Rika. You gotta go, girl. Ah! Yeah, it's all about the toppers right now. So I don't know how long that the mammoths are out of it, but I think it's like 15 or 20 seconds. And quite frankly, we don't really have enough time to look. Alright, chocolate egg lemon cake, go. This one's down at the far end. Thank you for conveniently standing right up against the wall. Alright, go get lemon. Thankfully, I was not spotted. Yeah, let's load up that frosting. I also find it hilarious how all the cake ingredients get put onto the cake before the frosting, and then you can just put the frosting on magically underneath the other ingredients. I find that hilarious. Look out! Oh, thank you. Did it work? Yeah, it did. Alright, let's go get ourselves some white Roland berries. But if these Roland berries are white, wouldn't that mean that they're not ripe? Ah, look out. Yeah, what else do we need? Oh, we need branch berry fruits. But they've already got that, so all that stuff are sugar pearls. Yeah, because those are also included amongst the various ingredients needed for this cake. Oh, it's already been finished. Do I need this for the next one? A chocolate egg cream cake. But I don't think this needs it. Oh, it does! Awesome! Random luck. So this time, instead of frosting, we're getting out the whipped cream. Let's go. Okay, I get it. Oh, I did. It counts. Yeah, those close calls, I'm telling you. Go. Yeah, Rayla and I have the whipped cream down. Yeah, go somewhere else, Rayla. Yeah, preferably to the toppers, because no one's touched those yet. Yeah, we gotta run over here to the chocolate eggs. Which make more sense for Easter, not Valentine's Day, but what do I know? Oh my god! Oh, wow. Oh, don't get sprayed, don't get sprayed! Alright, you've got the last one. It seems. Ah! Oh, no, I guess I do. Alright, go. Oh, it's already been covered, but that means that it doesn't matter if I have this or not, because the last round is anything goes. Let's do it. 4 of each item to try and get 5 out of 5. Yeah, let's help ourselves to some lemon macaroons. Because why not? Alright, go. Yeah, I'm also feeling like some green flowers. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Gotta go the long way around on this one. Whoa! This is chaos! Get them immobilized! Yeah, let's run over here to the other end. Show off the one flavor of icing that we have not yet shown off. Pistachio! Yeah, there is a pistachio cake that's also on the menu that's available, but RNG not allowing us to show it off. Yeah, let's get the rest of it. Yeah, let's get some chocolate in here. Yeah, we've almost got it. Ah! There we go. I put the finishing touches on this thing.
To think you decorate 5-hole cakes, you're proving yourself the master of confection and affection alike.
And thus we get the maximum reward. Magnifique.
Thank you for your wonderful help, Kupo. I can hardly wait to complete our delivery. Our guests will be most delighted. Let's return to the festivities post-haste.
Yeah, it certainly is, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. And so you get 150 Valentine's Day chocolates for completing a 5 out of 5. So yeah, we got all the other cakes taken a look at, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we came up with for the Anything Goes round. So we can see that we got 2 layers of whipped cream, a layer of pistachio, and a layer of chocolate frosting at the top. We can see that we got some sugar pearls, we got some chocolate eggs, we got some hearts, and we also got some of the chocobo wings as well. And we also got a fancy green cactuar at the top for that topper. We also got, let me see what else I can find out here. Oh, we got some rolling berries on here. We got some lemon macaroons. Looks like we got more rolling berries at the top as well. And some chocolate hearts. So yeah, this is what our fruits of our labor created. Give me a moment to just take that in and enjoy that for a while. So this is what we accomplished together. Rayla, Hero, and I, as well as our 4th random party member, were able to pull this off. So there we go. Why is that there, Bubba? Yeah, I can only wonder why. So, now that we've shown off how to get 5 out of 5, let's go ahead and speak with Astrid and forge onward, because the rain has finally stopped.
I must offer my thanks again, Rika. I've never seen such charming confectionery. Now we can finally get the festivities underway. That said, with such a large-scale operation, we can hardly ask you to oversee the production of each and every cake. Would you be able to share the secret to your success?
Yeah, keep a keen eye on your surroundings, let no mimic go unpunished, or positive thinking, but yeah. Since we're playing as Rika tonight...
So it's a case of using your funny honed physique and mental fortitude to push forward, boldly withstanding the heat of the kitchen. I'll send a request to the Adventurers Guild and ensure that they include the sage advice. I'll see to the appropriate transportation to the upper theater so we can get the cake served up. Although I'm glad these celebrations can finally begin, I can't help but wonder what drove the Mummets to madness. It couldn't be Kupo?
Well, what's on your mind there, Koopa Cup? Yeah, you're kind of hiding behind this Vier over here.
Something on your mind, Koopa Cup?
Yeah, let's ask and see what he has to say about this.
With you there to wrangle the mammoths, I was able to observe them more closely, and what should I see, Kupo? But traces of Moogle magics!
What?
And the only other Mog who would have the opportunity to cast magic in the vicinity would be Kupna Kuko, who helped prepare the fruit. Mayhap he knows something of this.
We'll know soon enough, I guess.
Well, it seems our next course of action is decided. We must find this Kupna Kuko and see what he knows. I didn't spy him at the patisserie, so I suspect he may be somewhere in Gridania, though in all likelihood, he will make a quick escape should I confront him alone. Rika, would you mind accompanying me as suitably intimidating backup?
You do know what I'm dressed in, right? But sure.
Thank you. I'll join the search once I've submitted a request to the Adventurers Guild for additional cake decorating support. Kupna Kuko is fond of strolls by the water wheel, so the nearby Lancers Guild seems as good a place as any to begin our search, Kupo.
Oh, that's where we gotta go. Yeah, it's a homecoming for me. Because of course, all my Warriors of Light being Dragoon mains. Perhaps it's only fitting that we return home to the beautiful Adventurers Guild for the Lancers Guild. Yeah, that's not the Adventurers Guild, that's the Carnine Canopy. Yeah, we can see the beautiful Valentone heart dress is everywhere this evening. Yeah, so here's this Kupna Kuko.
Kupo Po! Oh, I can picture it now. Dozens upon dozens of cakes being presented to the adoring public. For the mammoths will be hard at work by now. Yes, everything moves according to my master plan. All these confectionery delights will appear with neither man nor Mog raising a paw. The commotion has been rather greater than expected, but surely it is not but some boisterous enthusiasm. Kupo! Kupna Kuko? I believe we found the Mog to blame. Come, Rika, together we shall deliver justice.
Sure thing. Hey you, you're coming with us. Come quietly or I'll pull off your palm or say nothing, but no, we don't want to be that aggressive. Hey you.
Who is the name of good King Mog among the 12? May his magnificence remain unsummoned in his sovereign splendor. Are you? Oh, such murderous intent! Spare me! Spare this cute, fluffy Mog!
Yeah, something definitely happened and we're not seeing it on camera. Well, hi there, Astrid.
Ah, Astrid! Not only did Kupna Kuko know something of the matter, it turns out he is the very maker of the mischief.
Oh no.
What? But you said he helped you prepare the fruit. Whatever could he have hoped to achieve by causing the mammoths to malfunction? Malfunction? Great Kupo Nuts, you say they're malfunctioning?
What do you mean you don't know?
Oh no, I had such fun helping with the cakes that I returned to the patisserie after delivering the fruit. But Kupka Cup was nowhere to be found, attending to another one of his many duties, I suspect. Then it struck me, Kupo, if everyone was so busy, wouldn't it be better if the mammoths could make the cakes all by themselves? And so, I cast a little Moogle magic.
Well, unfortunately.
Which then caused the mammoths to malfunction. Kupna Kuko, you will undo whatever spell you've woven, Kupo. Well, it may have been fairly easy to cast, but it's not so easily undone.
Great.
Any attempt to dispel it is liable to end in exploded mammoths.
Sir, you need help.
That would be far too dangerous for the mammoths and, perhaps more importantly, the cake. For now, we have a team of eager adventurers helping decorate cakes, and we've ascertained that there was no intentional sabotage. Oh, what a fine mess you've made. Why did you think to ask anyone else before deciding on this plan? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause problems. I just wanted to everyone to have as much cake as their hearts desired, Kupo.
Well, relying on automation doesn't exactly provide with a good answer.
Well, as an emissary of love, I never want to turn away a helping hand. Any ideas you have, you can always bring them to me, especially if they're about cake. Listen well, Kupna, whether delivering missives or lending aid, you must always see the task due for the intended recipient, with love! Yeah, with love, even though I'm not an emissary? As long as one puts their heart into it, anyone can spread love and affection. Just look at Rika.
And her outfit.
Thanks to her, the Valentine's Day festivities can go ahead. And I think it's past time we went and enjoyed them for ourselves.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll still have problems to deal with, though. Alright, let's head on back over to Miketo. Yeah, looks like Rayla and Hero are putting on a show for everyone who comes to say hello tonight. So let's go ahead and speak with Astrid at some point to complete the challenge.
As you can see, the day's main event is well underway, and cake is being served to one and all. Once again, allow me to thank you for your assistance. The confectionery you contributed here is in pride of place. And thanks to your advice, the adventurers who undertook the request to decorate additional cakes were wildly successful.
Yeah, look how impressive it is. Yeah, they're all over the place and really getting shown off, including the random confection we made.
What a light and fluffy texture, Kupo. It's simply divine. And everyone seems to be having such fun. Is that what being an emissary is? Seeing people bask in these warm feelings? Why, this might even be worth doing the hard work myself, Kupo. Oh, at last you see. This is order and affection. This is the essence of love. It looks like everyone is having a good time.
Indeed.
And it is thanks to your help that we made it this far. To think we were this close to everything falling apart at the final step. I could have better thought, not after all the hard work Astrid put in to make this happen. I'll not deny that I had my heart set on it. Not so long ago, I came to realize that sharing food and sharing a moment of bliss together is but another form of love.
And with the fruits of our labor to admire.
While the gifting of chocolate is the traditional practice, a part of me hopes that what we've created here today might become a new tradition. Sharing ardor and affection with loved ones and feeling their hearts answer in return. It is my most heartfelt wish that people across the realm are blessed with many such opportunities. And so, Rika, if you are inclined to venture into the kitchen once more, we should gladly welcome additional cakes. Our celebration is just getting started after all. And I must insist that you partake as well before you go rushing back to the patisserie. I'll get you a slice right away. And I'll put the tea on. Won't you sit with us for a while? I think we've earned this.
We certainly have. And so as we admire the fruits of our labor, we will go ahead and take 1,440 experience points, 1,202 gil, plus a Roland Berry Valentine cake for completing this quest, bringing Valentine's Day 2026 to a close. You can now attempt the patisserie's seasonal instance again by speaking with the House Valentine patisserie in either Miketo's Amphitheater or the Acorn Orchard. Of course, we already showed off that we did it twice. You may earn Valentine's Day chocolates by completing the patisserie, which we can show off as well. Valentine's Day chocolates may be traded to the House Valentine maid in Miketo's Amphitheater for gear and items. And we also earn the achievement, an extra large serving of love. And so, let's go ahead and head on back over to the spot where the maid is. Chilling out over here. So there is a lot that you can take for yourself. And I do mean a lot. So all of the stuff that you see for the attire, you can actually wear all of it. You don't have to be selective. It's not limited to boys or girls this time around. So we will go ahead and get everything. Especially since we have 281 Valentine's Day chocolates, which is more than enough. And I mean more than enough to get everything here. And then we also have 3 different songs that we can obtain. I'll definitely have to add this to my orchestrion over at the RP Cafe that Rika runs. We also get new versions of Valentine's chairs. We've had Valentine's Day chairs before. I'll get myself one for the heck of it. Also, throw down a round table. Of course, we already have a cake. We can also get a Valentine's Day poster, as well as a rug. Yeah, I was not kidding when they said that there was a lot of stuff. And you can also get the prismatic hearts, the left and right versions that have been used in previous Valentine's Day as the default. So, of course, not only are they here, as far as people who are part of this event. Of course, yeah, there's Rodrigo over there. There's Bird on the left. And of course, there are other people who are involved. We can spot some of them, but it doesn't look like we can find them as easily as we normally would. But yeah, here's the leader of the Goldsmiths Guild, Mistress Serendipity, and yeah, suffice it to say, she's probably wondering what the heck happened to the mammoths that she put on offer. We also have the little girl from the, I believe it was 2021, where Valentine's Day and Little Ladies' Day were the same events. First time that's ever happened. Got the fancy Moogle with the fancy Moogle Postmaster, as well as the fancy Moogle with the heart-shaped letterbox on it. And by the looks of it, that does appear to be everyone. Yeah, I was kind of expecting Lisette's as well, but probably not so easy to find in this throng of humanity. Probably harder to find than expected. So, yeah, we should show off the outfit. Or in this case, outfits. So yeah, thanks to what I've been doing recently, I've been able to free up a lot more space in my collection. So let's see how this all looks on me. Yeah, we'll show off the cardigan first. Oh, no gloves for this. Yeah, we got the shoes as well. I probably don't necessarily need to have the gloves on, though. Yeah, there we are. Let me see if I can put this on G-pose. So yeah, let's see how this all looks when put together. This is for the girls' version of the outfit. So you get a chance to see what that looks like. So when people first saw these in the initial preview last week, everyone, as far as I know, who was really into glamoring was ecstatic about seeing this outfit. So yeah, that's the girls' version. And then the boys' version. Yeah, don't know if I necessarily like the colors on this, though. I don't necessarily know if I like the coloring for the cardigan here. I'll definitely need to change that. And then the Grace likes to go with it. Yeah, I think we definitely have something going on here as Rayla is taking pictures. Yeah, make sure you get the best picture possible. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, me too there, Luna. But nothing else, we want to thank Rayla and Hero for helping me out tonight. It was great to have people that I've come to know here in the game for a while, for a few years, being able to come join me, help me out. Definitely grateful and appreciative for their help this evening, and we all got the accomplishment together tonight. So definitely something to be proud of together and celebrate our friendship here on this 2026 edition of Valentine's Day. Alright, so yeah, let's see if we can switch things over and do some roulettes together. Also, meanwhile, alright, awesome. You know, they'll dress accordingly. Okay. I think Hero is maxed out on all of her stuff, so let's go. Going to do leveling. Alright, let's do it. I need the pasta. So we'll go ahead and add the music, but I guess not for long. Let's do this. Yeah, it's one of those dungeons that pretty much comes up in nearly every leveling roulette that I get. It's Katana Revel. Yeah, it's one of these quests, one of these dungeons that shows up so many times. Also, this caramel popcorn that I've just am eating, it's one of the new foods that is available now in Final Fantasy XIV. And it's now one of the newest high-quality foods you can make at the Tier 12 of the Master Culinarian's cookbook. So, obviously Bard's not my strong suit, but I'll try and make sure to do the mechs as best I can. All while trying to stay clear of those lasers that are coming from the sides. Yeah, it's everyone's favorite dungeon because it's the one that, of course, they gave us Emmett Selk's great revelation. They pretty much made everyone an Emmett Selk lifer. So let's head on over. Let's get the chase going. We can drop down Rain of Death. Getting a little too far away for me, but that's alright. Roar Doing pretty well. Oh wow, she's gonna go for it. She's gonna pull it all the way to the farthest end. Oh wow, I've never seen anyone do this before. Okay, wow. This is incredibly bold. I have never seen anyone do this. Let's hope we have a good healer. This is truly uncharted territory for me. I've never seen this. Yeah, pretty much everyone else I've ever been to with in this place will pick up all the mobs beforehand, fight them all off, and then come after the thorn. Or come after the big idol. The Dreamer, specifically. Can't remember what his name is, but yeah. Like, I'm in shock right now. But so far, the healer is holding steady. Still in the Mage's Ballad. Well, we're almost there as far as clearing the mobs. But the Dreamer still needs a lot more damage to go away. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of crazy stuff tonight. Sure to hide behind cover. Look out. But yeah, we're actually gonna pull this off. That's insane. We actually did it. Wow. Yeah, has a new standard been established? Well, here we go on to mini boss number 1. Let's show him what we can do. Switch over to Minuet. Wonders Minuet. Yeah, one thing for me on Bard is that it's very easy to remember, or in this case forget to hit the cooldowns once they're active again. Especially when it comes to the songs, because you're just waiting for one's cooldown to expire before you move on to the next one. I see you loading up with your left hand. Keep going. Alright, armies pay on. And now we're gonna start seeing combos. Thankfully, Lozano gracious enough to leave us enough space. More than enough space. Oh, look out. Yeah, he wants a piece of me. He sees my heart-shaped apron and he was not having it. There we go. We're doing a good job of damaging him so far. Alright, Mage's Ballad. Right. So it's the left side again. And once again, leaving a lot of room for us to avoid that. Unfortunately, Rella did not. Gotta keep moving, though. But he's almost dead. Just gotta get there, and there it is. Yeah, now Rika's at the point where all of her combat jobs are at least level 90. So she doesn't really need this gear. The only reason I'm taking is, of course, for getting the seals and also for desynthesizing. Try and see if I can keep up. Yeah, it doesn't take much for this guy to get away. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I'm very proud of the fact that I've gotten Rika to the point where she is at least level 90 on all of her combat jobs now. Because I really didn't level her up on anything other than just the combat jobs that she really needed, as well as all of her crafting, because she's the character that I use as my primary crafting when she wasn't doing RP. But with Mathia maxed out at 100 on all of his combat jobs, it made it easier for me to make the decision to get Rika to follow that same path. But she had a lot of jobs that were still in the level 50 to 60 range that had to be done. And she also had a lot of jobs that she had not yet gotten to 50. So definitely have made most of my time useful here. So I guess I should also say as well, because it is today, but it is Groundhog Day here in North America. That means that Bill Murray is, I don't know how many times he's relived it so far. Yeah, I don't know how many times Bill Murray has already relived Groundhog Day this year. And I know that people tried to deduce how many times Bill Murray actually experienced Groundhog Day in the movie. But I've always thought that it made sense, because since the Groundhog Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow in the movie, and it's 6 more weeks of winter because he did, I always like to think that he got that 6 weeks of winter all in one day. That's how I've always perceived it. He happened to get the 6 weeks of winter as 6 consecutive weeks of Groundhog Day. Yeah, it does seem that even though we've all in this part of the world had a lot of very cold winter days, and lots of places have been getting snow that don't normally get snow, all the groundhogs seem to be calling for early spring. Even despite all the super cold that we've been experiencing, that's what all the groundhogs are saying. They're saying we're going to get the 180 and get the early spring. And so yeah, here comes his most iconic mech. Just gotta watch out for where those stalactites land. Make sure not to get flattened by them. Yeah, especially when they crash like this. Oh, Rayla just missed. Very fortunate. Alright, armies pay on, go. Get the battle voice in. Here it comes again. Yeah, this is pretty much the one real safe spot on the entire field. But then, of course, it also depends on where the stalactites will fall. Usually they will converge in the middle, but not always. I have had some instances where the stalactites did go somewhere other than converging. So it's not out of the realm of the possible. wet. Here comes the bounce. Let's see, where are they landing? Alright, load it up. See? There you go. That one did not go in the middle. That one actually did change direction. And there it is. Down goes the big bad bat. No, it's like I'm picking up everything right now. And of course, now we're into Sin Eater territory. Take the lead, hero. Yeah, drop down some double pain on these things. Yeah, let's see what you can do. Let's get some more of his payon down. Got a lot of group attacks off these guys currently. Yeah, we're doing very well right now. We're thinning them out. They're almost gone. Alright. Knock down the walls. Yeah, the one who stays behind to throw down an AoE to no avail. There has to be one of them. I wonders when you might go. Throwing it down as much as we can. Else we're getting the extra shots so much. Yeah, they're already coming in a lot right now. Careful. Oh, it's there on this wave. And that just leaves these three. Alright, Mage's Ballad, go. Alright, thanks for joining us, Luna. Yeah, we also definitely have time for another roulette if the hero is willing. I know that Rayla wants to go to sleep after this. Alright, let's go. Yeah, perhaps it's fitting that we get Katana Revel for our leveling roulette on this first night of Valentine's Day, given that the final boss is named Eros. I do believe we have gotten the correct final boss for this evening. I don't know if I don't know if I'm safe here. Okay, I was. Yeah, because you have to run a certain amount of distance to minimize the damage if you get targeted. Looks like I just had enough. this. As he spits that all over the place. Alright, for Wanderer's Minuet. Can I save myself from blowback? No. I got it active, but they say I guess they didn't count it. Let's keep pulling stuff down. Oh, AoE. Oh, why are you running away? Why are you running away? Yeah, I gotta save myself here. That is on our healer, and they're gonna get nailed for max damage and almost killed off. Good thing you're on White Mage, so you could use Benediction. Get sucked in again. This is the only really safe space to go. Stay out of danger if possible. Who's this against? Oh, it's against Rayla. Yeah, when you're up close like that, it's easy to not notice you're the one being targeted. I've got to run out of the way of this because there's also fire breathing involved. Case in point. Hero's putting up a good fight right now. I was about to say, what scared you off? Well, I know I'm safe here. Damage will be reduced. Wanderer's Minuet. Got limit break in there, Rayla. Use it. Nope, run. No? Alright. Oh, I don't think this is gonna count. Oh, it counted. Wow. It counts. Yeah, he dodged during the move. But no love for you tonight. Whew, close one. Holy cow. Hero tipping the scales as a tank at 275. Like, there's gotta be some, yeah, 775s in here. Yeah, 770s, 780s. Decked out in head from head to toe. Yeah, we did it, you two. Congrats to all of us. I play this game too much. Yeah, I'm the same way. I also play this game too much. I'm in a situation right now where, yeah, let me see if I know I can't ask Hero, but I know Rayla wanted to break off here at this point. But let me see if Hero wants to do expert roulette. Yeah, I still need my 500 tombstones for when tomorrow comes around, that Rika can go to the final battle of the heavyweights division in AAC for the 7th time to be able to get her weapon. More paste or pasta. Yeah, even while I'm putting a hole through my umbrella. Yeah, let's wish her well. Yeah, you take care there, Rella. Thanks for coming along tonight. Thanks for joining us in stream too. Alright, let's go ahead and get myself my 500 tomes. And we drew Mist Wake. Alright. Got the extension on the popcorn. Let's go ahead and start running after everything. How well will we do in this run? The other DPS is also melee, playing on Samurai. Drop down all the pain on these things. Run over here, pick up a worm. And then the mole. Okay, open thingy. Into the big boring tunnel we go. Oh good, still doing damage. I wasn't sure because my sprint was still in cooldown. Alright, go! Maybe we can slow you down a bit. Start weeding them all out. The Wormworm thrust go right through them. Almost down. There it is. Off the mini boss number 1. Let's do it. Oh, well, in this instance, I would have been concerned about the area being crowded by the mages, but since we have 3 melee here, there's not much we can really do with 2 samurai, with 2 melee DPS on the field as well as the tank. Yeah, they're leaving it late here. Let's go. Kind of got to step back here. So yeah, the tactics change immediately with double melee DPS. Can't necessarily stand your ground like you normally would. Should expect the Petra Breath, and there it is. At least we've left ourselves some space here. Yeah, the Samurai trying to be kind enough to give me an opportunity to get back in there, but not enough time to do that. I do appreciate the thought, though. A lot of melees would not do that. Heck, there are quite a few mages and mages that I've played with that would not give me that kind of courtesy. Alright, we'll go down to a battle that need help push ourselves to the end of this fight. We'll leave the blood for later, or in this case, the lance charge. And I gotta remember that the name was changed a couple of expansions ago. Oh, 99, I'm not losing that one. Alright, time to grind. Alright, let's go. Send out flying through them. Thankfully he's big and lugging around, so relatively slow, so it's easier for us to score. Now run here to maximize damage. Sometimes you just gotta do that. Just got him down. There we go. Over the gates. Yeah, I don't mind going to catch it. Yeah, how much stuff do I have duplicates of? 3 out of the 4 that are currently available. Yeah, that's always the conundrum when you have already are running into situations where you have the gear before from the times that you've run the dungeon. And you don't know what you already have and what you don't. And that just leaves you. Yeah, we'll give you a quick stun to immobilize you before we kill you. Off to mini boss number 2. Yeah, off to Amdusias. And its crazy bio orbs that turn into thunder orbs. You gotta run in front. And it'll be reversed. those buffs and debuffs on ourselves and them. Get ready for him to load upon the biospheres. We're going to position ourselves accordingly. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I think I've figured it out though, as far as the pattern is concerned. I've got a system and I'm not afraid to use it. Let it fly. Okay, we don't have to move to the front. We are gonna move to the side as we get permalocked. Yeah, our damage is really solid in this fight. And through the dungeon overall. You gotta remember to stay there until all the lightning goes away. He's gonna try and get his biospheres off again, but we're gonna kill him before he runs away. He just barely reveals them before disappearing into the ether. Wow. Yeah, the drops are not in my favor right now. Oh, here comes Hero. Let's go. As everything comes together. I'm gonna keep going. Not necessary, but yeah, because nothing really happens for a while after you kill all the mobs in this particular section. So pulling all the way to the gate isn't really that essential. But yeah, I have noticed a lot of tanks do that sometimes, where they will pull to the next spot even though they don't necessarily have to. Because they've already picked up the 2 bunches of mobs and they really can't advance until the next spot is clear anyway. So not really much point to go to where the next spot will open up. But I do see this a lot these days in the Praetoria. Because of how that's been reworked, because you now have to fight everything in it. So I do see tanks will still pull to the end of the first section, and sometimes even the second section when it's not really necessary, and they can't advance anyway until all the enemies are killed off. So it's not really necessary for them to do that, especially because it puts some healers and casters at a disadvantage, because if they really want to do their casting and they're middle of their casting, they could end up losing their ability to get their spell pulled off because the tank has already pulled the mob too far away. Yeah, it is something that I have seen a lot of tanks do these days. Pulling mobs when it's not necessary. Like, there's no doubt that the enthusiasm is appreciated, but sometimes you gotta curb your enthusiasm. You gotta be like Larry David. Alright, let's open that gate and let's go and confront the final boss. Alright, let's go get it. Sorry to have to do this to you, Thundergust. Alright, here's the battle litany. Cooldown's going. Oh, careful. Oh, Thankfully our party was spread out perfectly there. Which we'll also need to do here as we have to deal with the spread of the AoE. Should be fine over here. And we are. Yeah, the group's done a very good job of dodging all the stuff that these bosses are throwing at us tonight. They've done all very well. And get ready for knockback. We get ready to move when the line appears. Get ready to dodge this. I'm standing in the most open spot you can. I've done this place enough times to know where that's going to go. So here comes this next big line. Careful. Also, something you probably never noticed, the little tornadoes going around. Wow, how did I dodge that? Yeah, a detail that's very easy to miss in this fight. But it is out there. Knockback coming. Alright, let's run over here. And let's go for the limit break. And let's put it down. Victory is ours. Yeah, great job by everyone here tonight. Yeah, a little under 16 minutes is a pretty good time. And especially as, of course, as we get stronger and stronger, this time will continue to go down. But I got a comm, alright. And it does look like we have enough time to do one more roulette. Let's see if Hero wants to do another one. Oh, she meant high level. Also, I know what she's referring to when she's saying more paste. The paste that she's referring to, I'll show it here in the chat box. The paste that she's referring to is the continued advancement of the weapons that are currently being made in the Occult Crescents. We showed that off a while ago. So, yeah, Matthias been getting his own opportunity to build himself up with that particular weapon. So he's already done round 1 of collecting paste, and he's just started round 2. Yeah, you have to get a certain, depending on what you get, depending on what dungeon you go in, certain dungeons will give you more of this paste. Main scenario roulette dungeons don't, for some reason. Yeah, now that the dungeons that are divided into those that are multiplied by 10 are now all classified under the name high-level dungeons. And then dungeons at the maximum level that are not expert roulette dungeons are now called level cap dungeons. And let me see if she's all set. Because, yeah, we do have time for another one tonight. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it's been a very wet night for this Valentine's Day this year. I mean, they certainly seem to be raining on our parade a lot. I'm not sure what that means there, Baba. Is that a Breaking Bad reference? NFL roulette. It is Breaking Bad, okay. Oh, no, I'm good. I just need 2 more of the people to pass through and we'll be all set to go. We can clearly see that there's been no lack of enthusiasm for the special event for Valentine's Day this year. Lots of people really want to get those sweaters. Also, while you guys are watching right now, don't forget as well, if it's your first time here, make sure to show your support, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and show your support, share this stuff with people you know, and let's try and see if we can get me up past the 2,000 subscriber milestone. Because yeah, I'm not that far from 2,000 subscribers, so getting me over the top would be wonderful and I'd greatly appreciate it. hopefully we don't get left waiting for too long. Yeah, some people were still filing in to get their opportunity at this challenge. Oh, there it is. Where are we going? Tender Valley, the worst one of them all! No! Yeah, perhaps it's even more fitting that we get the dungeon that has the Katana Revel influence. Yeah, the worst of all the dungeons in Dawntrail, Tender freaking Valley. Also, you are very brave for staying in those needles. Also, it seems that we can only get the big guy to come forward once I move you to the rest of the pack. Get out of the way. Saguaro Tender is what it's called. Also, did you say Kate? Yeah, let's put that one out of its misery. After those cactuars. Right, here we go. Max damage on everything. Go. Thank you, the swift kick. This Mega Magway is soon gone. And there it is. Let the tumbleweeds clear and let's go deal with mini boss number 1. Let's go get some barrels rolled out. Spot where you're gonna get pinched. I'm waiting for him to load up for his next move. Yeah, it's this crazy scattering of spray of cactuar. Knock me back. Oh, maybe not that much. Stack mech. Alright, ready for the next round. And this should be a super swath. We gotta stay in 90 degrees. Or else. Give him a swift kick and whatnot. Just because we can. Oh, look out. No! Ooh, got away with that one. Oh. No, no need for the stack mech, we're good. All's well. So, down the water slide. Yeah, we're coming after you all. Line up behind the big guy. Let's get that big bird down. Send the cannons flying. Good. Down water slide number 2. And no gear in that treasure chest, a rarity, but it does happen. Yeah, the Picto are really trying to stay close in order to get their hands on the Mallet and crush those guys as they're chasing. Moves there for the battle litany. Send it flying. And down it goes. Now on to the super annoying mini boss number 2. Here we go. Yeah, I got burned by my combos. Fancy thing with rolling on the rim. Yeah, here's where my inability to understand the mechanics of this place really set me back. Also, limit breaks in play. Cut you down to size somewhat. Whole thing over here. It is correct. And now we have the constant barrage. Oh. We got through it. The stack mech. Alright, we should be fine the rest of the way. got it. Into the temple we go. Let's track them all down. Alright, let it fly, everyone. Yeah, how's that for 4-chord progression? Yeah, the Gears, Kogel, then Astron, the Stardiver, and then the finish at the end. Let's slide down. Alright, time to pull over to the big lug. Oh, look out! Yeah, we're hitting from an odd angle here. I guess I probably should kill you first. Whoa, nice slide. Whoa. Yeah, that was cool. Gotta get behind cover though. Yeah, I'm content to play it safe here, especially since they pulled that move off. Or tried to, at least. Yeah, good on this side. Okay. Yeah, not gonna use the 4-chord until we get to the final boss. Let's get ready to load up. Here we go. Stardiver to Starcrossed. And up go the Mega Man spikes. Get ready to dodge where those snakes are spinning. Or teetering. Jumping barrage dive going. Let's get the Battle Indian down before he runs away. Yeah, you gotta endure all of this, buddy. Whether you like it or not. You have to run away from this, though. Yeah, blow it all up. And now for the ever-annoying puzzle that's a matter of life or death to solve. Seems like they're going this way. Permalocking! Random permalocking, why? On the puzzle, no less. And watch out for those Mega Man spikes. Where we go? Over here. Ooh. Alright, we're good. becomes a slime. Oh, follow me, follow me, follow me! Yeah, this is how you're normally supposed to do this mech. Everyone else seems to be content to put it in the middle, but it's better if you put it on the edge. That way you don't have to go around it when he does his knockback mechanic, which is right here. Yeah, this way you're not so adversely affected. Alright, go for the limit break. Yeah, I'm glad that I was the target of that move so I could demonstrate that. Alright, have one more on me as we put it away. And for being the worst dungeon in Dawntrail, we held out very well. We ultimately saw our way to the victory in the end. And yeah, it's sunny again. Yeah, this was a very fruitful and very wonderful Valentine's Day for 2026 to be certain to have friends like Hero and Rayla join me this evening so we could team up on the cake building challenge and then doing some roulettes together. This is definitely the most fun I've had for Valentine's Day or any special event in Final Fantasy XIV in a long time, and so I'm really grateful that Square Enix gave us such a wonderful game to do. And so yeah, gonna take a selfie with me so we can be able to show off our stuff to the world, and I'm glad I could show this all off to you out there in the world this evening. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome there, Hero. Thanks so much for coming along to join me this evening. So, before we go ahead and call it a night, now this is something I've never done before, but I'm going to see if it's possible to raid someone on YouTube. Let me see who's on right now, because I believe we can do this. Now, I don't know how raid goes for Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, but for YouTube. But I will send you guys over to the YouTube feed for someone who I've recommended to you guys in the past, Griffin Enfield. If it's your first time watching her channel, she's someone who is a VTuber who has this cute little winged fox that has an entire outfit made of various types of bread. And so she's definitely one of the more interesting VTubers I've seen recently, and I would certainly encourage you guys to go check out her channel this evening. Go click on her link, subscribe to her channel, hit like on her feed, hit like on my feed, and hit subscribe as well. And I will look forward to seeing you guys again next time. So as far as my next stream is concerned, obviously the initial intent was to do Clair Obscura this evening, but because Valentine's Day was starting this evening, we're gonna take on Clair Obscura again tomorrow night, because we have an arena to go into in order to be able to advance further. So whatever's in that arena, we gotta fight it in order to be able to obtain the mode of transportation necessary to advance in the game. So I'll look forward to having you guys join me tomorrow back in Clair Obscura, and we'll see if we can prevail in that arena battle and see what else the expedition has in store for us. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Live. So, thanks to all of you for watching, thanks to my friends for joining me on the dungeons and also on the fun cake run that we had this evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.